Okay, we're going to talk about just a few key points to the delivery, specifically the wind-up. Without getting into great detail, these are just some simple things that you can keep in mind while watching your players that will help them be more efficient athletes on the mound. The very first thing we want to look at is what is their rocker step. I like guys who can take a very short, small, quiet rocker step because of their head position. Now hopefully this will come across in the video, but if you watch my rocker step, my head and my eyes won't move too much as I get to this leg lift position. You'll see a lot of kids do something like this. You can see how much movement that does with my head. The visual information that your brain gets from your eyes is almost enough to get something done athletically in itself. We don't really have to put much thought into things. If you think about looking at a target 10 feet away or 60 feet away, you can throw it to that target without thinking about the difference in distance just based on the information that your eyes give your brain. So we want to maintain a good level head position so that that information is consistent. So instead of taking a big long step where we may slide back and forth, we want to really quiet that down. Okay? From there, as we get our leg lift, it's important that the athlete keeps their weight in the ball of their foot. If the weight's on the heel, you'll start to see guys dip back, they have bad posture, bad balance. Again, look at how much the angle of my eyes and my head changes. That's going to be very difficult to maintain consistency. So as we get to leg lift, we want to be on the ball of our foot with this plant foot in a more balanced position. Now from here, and you'll get this from a lot of the drills on the site, we want to get our front hip leading forward and our back knee to kiss inside, as you can see right here, inside of my back foot, because that's a position where I can drive hard. I teach all of my guys, and I'll show you this here kind of slow, my hip comes out and leads me, my back knee gets inside of my foot so I can extend and drive. I like to teach my guys to work as hard as possible with their back leg, to really drive hard and really dictate their body position and generate as much momentum and energy as possible. I don't want to be at the mercy of gravity and fall forward and hope that my balance is maintained. If I really have a good direction and good force with that back leg, I can control where my body lands. I'm not at the mercy of being slightly off balance or losing that balance as I go forward. I can maintain good direction and a straight line down the catcher. Now, the last thing I'll touch on here is that as the arm comes forward and we release, I don't like to see guys peel off one way or the other too much. I like it if a guy can drive so hard with the back leg that on release, they're almost falling toward the catcher, and maybe they'll take a step or two toward the catcher. Now, some guys will release and kind of come around here, and that's fine, but we don't want it to be too much. Anytime we finish with the direction off to the side, that's wasted energy, wasted momentum that's leaking out somewhere else. We want to drive everything we have in a straight line toward the catcher and really make the most out of every ounce of energy that we have. So we don't want anything to come here where we're coming through, leaning off, and then I'm falling away from the catcher. That's wasted energy. We want to direct everything right down toward home plate.